Hello guys. So it's been a while since I ever did a ranking video on voice bedoys, and it's also been a long time since I made an actual voice bedoys video. Well, it hasn't been a long time. It's just been like I did make a voice bedoys episode this last week on Friday, because that was a new voice bedoys episode, but I haven't did like one of these ranking videos in a long time. So I was thinking maybe I should make a new one, and it's going to be a sequel to the worst voice bedoys episodes. I might be making a best ones in the future. I will probably make my favorite voice bedoys episodes in the future, but for right now we're sticking to a part 2. And next is probably going to be the worst characters part 2, because new characters were actually introduced, I think. So that I will have to be new characters were introduced. So I'll need to make a part 2, and maybe some characters' personality changed, like Flora's kind of. Yeah, but so here are the worst episodes part 2. At the number 5 spot is Get Off That Screen, Voice Bedoys. There's nothing really personally wrong with this episode. The only thing I just don't like about it is that Voice Bedoys' face is absolutely creepy. Just look at the thumbnail. Just look at that. Isn't that creepy? But also, this is for 3-year-olds. The 3-year-olds are probably having nightmares from this episode just because of Voice Bedoys' face. Like if I was 3 years old, I would probably be scared of this. But I'm 9, so I'm technically brave, but on this episode, but geez, this is just creepy. This is just creepy. Instead of teaching kids life lessons, instead of story time teaching kids life lessons, they're scaring kids with whatever voice is doing. So but it isn't all that bad. I put it at 5 because I had nothing really else to do. My first one was actually real. It's what I'm trying to say is that the first one had all the ones that I absolutely hated. So I had nothing really else to choose for 5, but this one takes the cake because of Voice Bedoys' creepy old grandma face. At the number 4 spot is Voice Bedoys Goes to the Hospital. You might have already guessed that this was going to be on this list. I was actually going to make a video of those videos where I had the text-to-speech react to the video. Those I edited Voice Bedoys videos. Well, I was going to make one of those with this episode, but without the text-to-speach. So yeah, but that idea was totally thrown out the window. And I don't think I'm ever going to be making. And I don't make reactions on all the episodes unless you ask me to. Well, no, I will never make a reaction video on an old episode for some reason. I don't know why. I should make a poll one day about that. But. Yeah, this is what we're getting. But also, the reason why I have this episode here is that Lois just broke Voice Bedoys' bones intentionally. And does he get in trouble? Does Lois get in trouble? No, because you know what? Joyce wasn't born yet. He was the youngest, and you always know that the youngest gets whatever they want. But I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest in my family, but Lois just intentionally broke Voice Bedoys' bones. You shouldn't have but Voice Bedoys shouldn't have been standing near the stairs for Lois to break his bones. Lois was and I felt I just wish Lois got punished in this episode. I I wish Royce's mom gave him a whipping because if I was Royce's mom, I would have whipped Royce and then went to the hospital, or go to the hospital and then whip Royce. But maybe Royce's mom did actually whip Royce behind the scenes, but I don't really know. I don't look at Woohoo's Storytime. I don't animate Woohoo's Storytime things. All I animate is dumb objects competing for a beach house. Okay, at the number 3 spot is Don't Do That at Parties, Royce. I did actually make an entire reaction video on, and this was probably the first episode I put on this. Oh wait, I forgot that I reacted to get off that screen. But this episode was the first episode I actually reacted to. And in that episode is probably on that video was really cringy, but it blew up. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the 1,000 likes, 1,000 views. But but that video blew up. But the biggest problem with this has to be Maker and Wen. And Coda probably, because they are trying to tell Royce life lessons, even though he makes a smart choice at the end of the video. I'm so mad about this entire video. It was bad. It was just intentionally bad. You might be thinking, and when I reacted to this. When I reacted to this, the Wen shut up thing was the reason why I wanted to delete the video, because my brother is intentionally bullying me about it, but he doesn't do it anymore, but he did it back then. But this episode I don't like because Royce's ideas were really good. And I actually did make a video of another video on this episode. I did actually make another video on this episode reacting to Royce's ideas. For some unknown reason, I don't know why. I just wanted to take out my anger on this video and do that, but I didn't get really angry at that video. When Maker said no to Royce's amazing ideas, I said I wanted to run them over with a monster truck because why did you even say no to those good ideas? But this ranking of this episode is taking way too long. I should really move on. At the number 2 spot is, you guessed it, Stop Being Nosy, Royce bedoys. I hated this episode when it came out. I just didn't like it. I did, and at the end I did take my anger out on this episode because of dumb reasons. Everybody in this episode is just dumb. I just hate it. I just hate this with all my heart because Royce is just looking at people's things. All his friends is things. When Royce looked at Truly's backpack, what if she was holding drugs in there? When Royce was checking for his card, what? That's just stupid. Her friend's going to read it. Her cousin's going to read it. So her cousin's going to read it. So her cousin's going to read it. So why can't Royce? Also, her parents are going to read it. When Royce looked at Wen's phone, what if there was a scammer that she was falling for? Because you know how gullible Wen is. And finally, when Royce looked at Maker's password, Maker was just acting like a giant annoying piece of poop. Because I had nothing really else to say there. Because why do you have to change your password after looking at it? It's not like Royce is going to tell everybody he sees on the road about it. This episode is just stupid. But also with Royce is saying that curiosity is bad for you. It was just stupid. Well, it was kind of correct because curiosity killed the cat, but we don't care about that cat. All we care about is Lois saying dumb things. Lois was just curious about, and all those things, like if Julie was holding drugs, if Laura was going to be the card to her cousin, if Gwen was falling for a scam, if Maker was doing nothing really for Maker that I need to get mad of. He was just acting like a total dumb face. But this episode was bad, and that's why it's at the number 2 spot. But there's one more episode that you might have guessed was coming. And at the number 1 spot is No Hitting Voice Boys. I literally said in my reaction for this video that this was going to go on my worst episodes list. Like, I literally said that. And it's so dumb. Like, this episode was one of the dumbest things ever. Like, Lois was just trying to Lois just snatched the controller out of his hand, out of Lois's hand. Like, that's rude manners. Like, why did you have to do that? Like, I would have hit him intentionally. Even if he didn't snatch the controller, I would have hit him anyways, because he's just dumb. And even if he's the middle child, does he get punished? No. He just says, his mom just says, don't snatch things, and he doesn't get a whipping. Like, I would have gave him a whipping even if he didn't snatch the controller. And Voice Boys literally I have nothing. I forgot what I was going to say, but that part was bad. When Gwen wasn't going into the classroom, when Voice Boys pushed her, Miss H, like the stupid unmarried woman she is, she didn't say anything. She gave Voice Boys she made Voice Boys owe her recess. And Gwen didn't get a consequence, even though she shouldn't have went to the classroom. If I did that, I would have gotten in trouble and probably had to sit on the bench at recess. And probably owe time, too. Or owe time. But in the Voice Boys world, everything is magical, where if you do something wrong, the person that does something bad always gets blamed. Good job for that life lesson. But also, the remaining fact in the end of this episode, the reason why I made this entire video, but Maker literally decided, I would have hit Maker because he literally decided to steal blocks from Voice for Lois. Like, that was absolutely the dumbest idea ever. If I would have stolen blocks, I would have got hidden. If I was Voice Boys, I would have hit Maker like 100 times because he decided to steal blocks. Like, stealing blocks is not okay. Stealing is not okay. But in the magical world of Woohoo Storytime, wow, that doesn't affect anybody at all. So, but you know what this episode teaches people? It teaches kids to go to Walmart and steal things and not get consequences. Cause that's what this episode taught me. And I did say this when I was making this video. I did actually say this. I was going to go to Walmart and steal things and expecting not to get a consequence. I didn't do that. That was just a gag and probably just filler, but I just really hate this episode. Like you can find what we learned from this episode is that snatching out of control is okay. It's okay to do. Not going into the classroom when you're told to is okay too. And stealing things is okay. Yeah, that's literally what we learned from this episode because it's the dumbest thing ever. I also don't know why I just started there. So but I shouldn't get really mad because I want to really quit this video because I feel like this was a longer time than both. It was probably longer than both of my my worst episodes and my worst characters video combined. So I'm going to quit. I'm going to say my outro. Okay, guys. I hope like and subscribe so you can see more of these amazing voice videos. But I'm probably not going to make another YTP until Objective Show Season 1 is done. But yeah, bye.